Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ace Esports channel. Today we've got Carrie Esports taking on Boom Academy, and first up we have got Supow here coming in with the throwers. Yes, the stats are incorrect. I'm going to fix it after this attack here. Obviously, we aren't watching Zeus play whoever Royal All-Stars are. If you guys watched my video from yesterday, Zeus got a bit of a telling off from Fuching number 1. Let's call it that. Anyways, looks like it's going to be the thrower spam here from Supow, going right into the town hall. King and queen on opposite sides of the base. Now popping the queen ability. Probably going to send the RC in after that king. There we go. Into the ricochet cannon. Is going to need to do something. Otherwise, she's going to take a lot of damage. Does use the totem spell now. Got it. Got it. Everything is happening everywhere right now. I'm trying to keep everything in the screen. Looks like the king ability was popped there. Now pops the RC ability as well. Okay. Plenty of spells left to utilize. Revenge Tower is going to start doing its thing. He does have a rage spell there from the Supow, I believe, in the log launcher, which is actually giving him some really nice value. Gets through that Revenge Tower nice and quick. I think his queen is going to go down. Oh my goodness, the queen is somehow still alive. How is the queen alive? He could keep her alive, and she will get healed up by her passive stats, and the giant is going to run ahead. I think he might have this one, you know. I think he might have this one. Looks like he's going to go for a totem onto the builder hut. Try and keep the RC alive. Going to freeze the mono. Super Wizard Towers could be an issue here. The RC does go down. The healers are dead. He does have the warden ability, but obviously that's not going to do a whole lot. But the throwers get through the mono and the Super Wizard Towers, and it's going to be a 3-star here to start the war for Supow. This is going to be a crazy match, people. Let's see what Carrie Esports can do on their first attack. Mr. Kai is going to be up first for Carrie Esports, taking on Mr. Boom Academy number 5 Space. And he is bringing the spam throwers, just like Supow. Earthquakes in the core with the giant arrow. Okay. Hold on. Is he going to try and snipe the CC in the core of the base? I think that's his plan, right? He's going to get the mono down. No builder huts in this area. What is this base building? What is this base building? Can he get the CC down before it gets lured, though? He can't, unfortunately. Oh my god, look at the filler. Oh, the ice columns do make it out, though. Unfortunate. Just a tiny difference there. The ice columns are going to be lured out. Throw a spam towards the right-hand side of the base. King and queen charge on the left-hand side. And does still have the RC to use. 9 totems and a free spell here to place down. Okay. There's the totem onto the ricochet cannon. Inferno Tower is kind of melting his queen. And he doesn't really have a great path into that Revenge Tower, which is a bit of a worry, because the queen is going to get fried if he's not careful. He's going to use the RC to try and get that core down. I like it. I like it indeed. Still has 5 totem spells left to use now. Queen is going to stay up for a little bit longer. No ability to use. Of course, he did use the giant arrow at the start of the attack here. Now popping the RC ability. Still has quite a long way to go through the back end here. Lots of traps in the area. But I mean, is there much that can stop these throwers now? I'm not too sure. He can keep the RC alive for a little bit longer. He is going to. The RC. Just get down the Super Wizard Tower. Not quite. I mean, I think he's good, right? I think he's good, right? Not really anything that can range these throwers. He does find the nado. Hold on, the warden could go down here. Uh-oh. This might fizzle out right at the very end here. The healers are still alive, though. The sneezy doesn't really have much that can take it down. No more spells, though. Uses the Super Wall Breaker to damage the mortar there. 33 seconds on the clock. The throwers are slowly dying though, I feel like. The ricochet cannon's going to hold. Maybe. Oh my god, it's going to be close though. Hold on. 16 seconds. Super Wizard Tower is 1 HP. Oh my goodness, it's going to be so close. 10 seconds on the clock. Can he make it in time? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Oh my goodness. It's going to be a time fail for Kai at 99%. And if he did just get those ice columns down beforehand, it would have been a 3-star. Well, there you go. There you go. Boom Academy, 1 star in the lead going into the second exchange. Itsu. Oh, wait. Not Itsu. Izu is going to be up next. And he is bringing the electric dragons. Looks like it's going to be one of these isolated Inferno Tower bases with a nice range tower. What is that? That is a lot of minions coming out of the CC. What on earth is that? What? That is the most amount of minions I've ever seen. And they go down to 1 E-Drag. Okay. Very interesting CC choice there. For Mr. Kai on defense. Rage Tower here doesn't look too scary, but the King and the Minion Prince are guarding it. And that certainly is scary. He's going to use the Flame Flinger down here. Okay, freezes the Super Wizard Tower to make sure the Inferno Dragon does take it down. Then snipes the air defense so that the Inferno Dragon can get even more value here. Okay. Okay, indeed. Now going to rage up the E-Drags. Nice chains into the Rage Towers. Unfortunately, does have to send 1 more in to get to the Rage Tower. It steps out of the Rage spell, though. Can he get the Scatter down, maybe? Does have to use another Totem. But he can get the Scatter down. Where are the E-Drags going to come from? Maybe into the Town Hall or something? I don't know where else he would go with these E-Drags. Only 4 left. King, Queen to the bottom side of the base. 2 E-Drags left for this push into the core. Very interesting way of playing the E-Drags for sure. Revenge Tower is going to start waking up. In fact, it already has. Forced to pop the Eternal Tome to keep his Minion Prince alive. Uh-oh. That's not good. The Minion Prince ability there didn't quite catch the Revenge Tower. So that's going to stay up. Uh-oh. I mean, the Queen is alive. The Minion Prince is going to go down. Can the Revenge Tower go down, though? Oh, my goodness. The Revenge Tower's got no health left. But the Bomb Hive is going to start hitting the Warden and the E-Drags. The Super Minions come out of that Flame Flinger. They get melted. And it's just going to be the Inferno Towers left alive, I think. I don't think he's got enough health here to get through these final Inferno Towers. Practically swags the final freeze spell here. Sneezy finds the Seeking Air Mine. And I think... oh, he's so close. Just 2 Inferno Towers left alive here with the King. Unfortunate, unfortunate. But nice try. Let's see what Carrie Esports can do with their next hit. And Klaus is up next for Carrie Esports here. A 3-star is necessary to take the lead. Otherwise, Boom Academy will sustain their lead into the 3rd exchange in this matchup here. Some Yetis onto the mortar. Don't quite take it down, but it shouldn't get in the way of his Flame Flinger. Does try and send in a balloon to finish it off. He doesn't get it down. He just invested a totem spell to try and get the mortar down. And unfortunately, it didn't work out. Not very good so far, to be honest. To be honest. Now we're going to spam in the throwers on the bottom side of the base. Leaving the 2 Fire Spitters to the back end, facing him. Okay, I'm a bit worried about that, but... in fact, this is going to fail. I just kind of thought about it for a second. How is he going to get the walls open? Is he just going to watch his throwers punch the walls? What is his plan? I'm not sure about this one. He doesn't have a log launcher. Wait, is his Warden on air mode? Oh my god, his Warden's on air mode. The Warden dies. His Warden was on air mode. How was the Warden on air mode? Oh no. That can't be good. Oh, he has a jump spell. I'm kidding. Okay, he was smart, but Klaus. Klaus, you're supposed to be my thumbnail, bro. What is this attack? He's not gonna make it to the town hall, is he? Maybe the RC has a chance? No, she can't. She can't get it down. He's gonna try it. Oh dear. Oh dear. Unfortunately, this one's going to be a 1-star here for Klaus, I do believe. Does use the final totem cell, but all of the throwers are dead. And the RC is the only thing left alive. But she, of course, does not target the town hall anymore. She finds the Giga Bomb. And now Boom Academy have a 2-star advantage. Rip Klaus. Rip Klaus. Okay, next up for Boom Academy then, we have got Mr. Number 5 of Boom Academy. And he is going to be bringing the thrower spam here. Okay, why not? Why not? Why not? Oh, hold on. There we go. Fireball onto the builder hut. Okay. 12 throwers in this match. Wallbreaker test for any spring traps. Doesn't find any, so the Wallbreaker does connect. He's going to go right into the Revenge Tower here with the throwers. Alright, nice. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Headhunter gets down the king. Nice. Queen coming into the top side of the base. Log launcher now into the Inferno Tower to get him into the Revenge Tower afterwards. I like it. I like it indeed. Nice Ice Golem to support that Queen at the start. Gonna freeze up the Ricochet Cannon and the Expo. Why is the game audio so loud on my end? Oh my goodness. Let me turn that down a bit. Alright, there we go. I mean, it's looking okay, right? I mean, the king is still healthy. The throwers are somewhat alive. The healers are having a bit of trouble though because the throwers are splitting up. Klaus has a level 1 smasher on defense. Klaus, you are not supposed to have the smasher on defense. What is he doing? The smasher on defense. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I don't think this base has much of a chance anymore. The Queen is going to hang back, but most importantly, she's going to stay alive. The throwers are still super healthy. They have lost the healers though. Hold on. Hold on a minute. No, 2 totems. He's got it right. I mean, the RC is still up. She might go down to the bombers, but the King ability is going to do its thing. The Queen is still alive. And as I said, it's going to be a 3-star here for Mr. Number 5 of Boom Academy. And I mean, Carrie Esports are in a really, really bad spot in this match now. And they've got a lot of ground to cover. Let's see what they can do in the next attack. And Ueta is going to be up next for Carrie Esports. He's bringing the Super Bowlers here. Going to be a Warden charge to start this one off. Into the Expo and the Scatter Shot. Okay. Okay. Why not? Why not? Let's do it. Let's go right into that Mono and that Inferno Tower. Maybe afterwards. I don't know. That's probably what he's going to go for though, right? Unless he's... I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what he's going to do though. He's going to Warden charge this portion of the base here. Jelly doesn't have a lot of time left on that. Only another 5 seconds. Flame Flinger into the Bomb Hive. Ueta, did you forget about the Bomb Hive, dude? I'm pretty sure that's going to hit your Flame Flinger. I'm pretty sure that's eventually going to hit the Flame Flinger. Unless he only wants the Ricochet Cannon and the Super Wizard Tower, but that doesn't seem like amazing value. Now going to lure with the Queen and the Super Bowlers down to the Monolith. Flame Flinger is safe for now. I think it's going to target the Air Sweeper next, and I don't think it's going to be too safe. But okay, King also going into the core. Nice Ice Golem onto the Mono there. Goblins and Minions and Ice Golems coming out of the CC. Interesting. RC with a Trude and 2 Skelly spells to set the funnel on the opposite side of the base. The Flame Flinger is going to go down to the Bomb Hive now. Yeti's in there. Probably not the best choice. I don't think those Yeti mites are going to get a lot of value. Now pops the Eternal Tome. Rages up in the core. Here we go. Super Bowlers are doing their thing. The King. What is the King doing? Oh my goodness. King, where are you at? You're supposed to be opening the walls, dude. Okay, oh well. The King is not really being helpful, but I think it's looking good for Ueta. Not a lot of base left. With 2 spells left to utilize, the healers are still up. The Queen is still moving very fast. He can keep the RC alive with the Invis spell there. He's going to freeze 2 Tesla. Okay. Interesting freeze. Did he just sell? No, he's good, right? He has some cleanup. The King is going to clean up that side of the base there. The Queen has some healers with her. She's going to start punching the wall, but, I mean, the baby dragon's going to start work on the Ricochet Cannon. And, yeah, actually, as you guys can see, it's going to be a 3-star for Carrie Esports. Now, I did the maths. And they have to 3-star every single one of their next 3 attacks. Now, this was one of those 3 attacks. So, they need to 3-star the next 2 attacks to stay in this match. If Boom Academy triple any of their final hits, though, Carrie Esports will have lost. 7 is going to be up next for Boom Academy against Carrie Esports. Why not? Why not? Why not? Let's see what you can do here against Ueta's base. I think we've seen this base before in the previous match from yesterday's video. It's going to be zaps onto the Fire Spitter, Bomb Hive, and Poison Tower there. And he's going to follow up with a Warden Charge into the Revenge Tower. Okay. I like the plan. But this Warden Charge is not going to be easy with all of these heroes. I'm not too sure about that, actually. Let's see if he can pull it off. The Warden might stay out of range, actually, but it's still looking quite scary. Uses the Totem spell. He should have taken a Rage spell, honestly. This Warden is going to really struggle now. He's going to invis the King to make sure the Warden does target the multi-archer towers. The Furnaces are doing a great job here at dealing some damage to those defenses. And he's now going to send in the throwers behind the other Fire Spitter. Okay. Now, as we all know, this is the Zap Thrower strategy, and it takes a lot of time. So, time fails. Oh, Warden. As I was saying, time can definitely be an issue with this strategy. And, uh-oh, my thing just broke again. Let me fix that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Anyways, as I was saying, time can be an issue in this strategy. And the Warden right now is really not doing him a lot of favors. Looks like he's going to go with the King and the RC now into the... what is that? The Ricochet Cannon and the Expo, right? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was, though. Anyways. You do get through that compartment nice and easy. Only a minute left. He is halfway through the base. And he has a lot of hero abilities left to use here. The long shot is going to take down the totem. Only an invis spell left, though. The Queen ability is forced. She might go down if he's not careful. Luckily, he does, or she does get healed up, rather. King ability, RC ability still to use. Wallbreaker connects. Maybe save the Warden? Oh, he can't anymore. I mean, it's a 3-star. It's a 3-star. He still has the RC ability. He can probably swag it if he wanted to. And ladies and gentlemen, that does mean that Carrie Esports will be losing this match. Unfortunately, it is no longer possible for them to win even if they triple their next 3 attacks, or sorry, next 2 attacks, and Boom Academy 2-star their final attack. It is simply not possible, but GG's to both teams. Let's continue to watch what they can do on their final 2 attacks, though. Chien is going to close this war here for Carrie Esports. Once again, it's going to be the throwers, which are obviously taking over Legends League right now. And Esports, apparently. He's going to go with an Invis spell with the Queen Charge variant of the strategy here. I like it. I like it indeed. Let's see what he can do here with the Queen Charge. Everything moving smoothly so far. Gonna invis the Queen here against the Minion Prince. Bomb Hive may go down to the Queen as well. Really OP Queen Charge here to start off this attack. And now gonna recall. I assume he is gonna go into the Minion Prince and the King, right? To try and get down the Fire Spitter. Yeah, nice. He's gonna go behind the Fire Spitter, try and get down that Revenge Tower and Inferno Tower in the core. Nice and easy. Let's see if he can pull it off here. Minion Prince is going to start targeting the Ice Golem there. The King is going to need the Totem Spell to distract him. Minion Prince goes down with ease. Head on locks onto the King, and so does the King. He goes down super easy. No troubles with them whatsoever. Log Launcher coming in now towards the left-hand side of the throwers. Queen is quite low on health, though. Is he going to Sui as King here? He is indeed going to Sui the King into this compartment here. Not going to work out too well, though, is it? I mean, he may just go down, right? No, actually worked out quite nicely. I'm kidding. That actually worked out quite nice. Queen ability still intact. Throwers are moving through the base here. He's going to Skeleton Spell onto the Merge Cannon and the Monolith there. And, I mean, yeah, as you guys can see, not looking like a whole lot is going to be stopping this attack here. Still has a Totem Spell and a free spell to use. The Mono is in a good spot, though. Oh, wait, hold on. There was an Ice Golem there that froze it up. What? How did an Ice Golem get that deep into the base? That is crazy. Now using the final Totem. And, I mean, this base is just completely demolished. That Queen Charge was super OP. And what's more OP are the throwers. And yeah, this base never really stood a chance. He basically swags the final free spell. As you guys can see, it's going to be a 3-star here for Chien. Even though it unfortunately does not really matter. Kinara is going to be closing the war here for Boom Academy. All that he needs in this match is a 2-star. And that will confirm the win for his team. Because of course, they would then finish on 13 stars. And Carrie Esports would then finish on 12 stars. If they got a 3-star and they can't get a 4-star. So what he needs to do is 2-star, basically. What I'm trying to say, he's going to go with the Flame Flinger now onto the back end of the Fire Spitter here. Going to try and get down the air defense. Invis and a Fireball onto the Merge Cannon. So he's going to go with the throwers into this side of the base here. Or maybe not, I don't know. Let's see what he does. I assume that's what he's going to do though, right? Otherwise the Flame Flinger is going to lose out on a bit of value. He's going to let the Warden take down the King before sending in those throwers. A couple of storages do stay up because, of course, the Fireball doesn't quite take them down. There we go. There's the Golem ahead of the throwers here with the Queen. The RC into the Ricochet Cannon compartment. She's going to struggle there because there could be a lot of traps in that area. The Queen is going to walk as well. Now sends in the King, who's going to go into the Poison Tower compartment with an Ice Golem ahead of him. Throwers do get down the long shot. Flame Flinger is still doing its thing. RC Fox and RC are still very healthy. Really nice Ice Golem there. He's going to freeze up the Scatter and the Multi-Archer Tower for a very, very long time. Okay. Pops that Queen ability, pops the King ability, overgrowth the back end of the base. Super Minions are doing their thing. He can keep the RC alive. He does want to do that. Otherwise, he's going to use her ability. The boots are going to finish off the Mono. And I don't think there's a lot that's going to stop this attack now. The throwers are still alive in the core. The Queen is still fairly healthy. The Giant is somewhat alive. And with an Invis spell, I think he should be able to 3-star this one. Nice Invis placement there on the RC. She gets down some of those buildings. The Queen is still somehow alive. The RC is going to live. 40 seconds on the clock. He's got plenty of time to 3-star this one. And it's going to be a very dominant performance here from Boom Academy. They're going to finish on 14 stars, only falling short by 3% from the perfect war. Let's see what Carrie Esports can do on the final attack. Chien is up next for Carrie Esports. His attack doesn't matter, and I've already got my thumbnail, so, you know, we're just watching for some fun now. He's going to go ahead and raise up the Warden here with the Anchor Jelly Totem onto the Super Wizard Tower to make sure it doesn't chain onto his healers. Okay, why not? Why the heck not? And looking good so far. Alright. It's going to be another thrower attack here. Double gem. Oh, Heroic Torch on the Warden. I like it. I like it indeed. Jelly does wear off. He does get the Expo down beforehand, though. I assume he's going to go into the mono. Interesting. Okay, I thought maybe this might have been a better entry, but I guess he does avoid the bomb hive by going into the mono instead of this side of the base here. Except the Queen is going to take some damage there to the enemy Queen, but does use the totem to keep her alive. Another minion CC for Carrie Esports. I don't know what they're cooking with these minions in the CC, but they're not cooking a lot, apparently. Now he's going to overgrowth the Bomb Hive, Inferno Tower, Ricochet Cannon, and Poison Tower in the core. A Rage Spell would be really nice for that core, but he doesn't bring it. And now he's just slowly moving through the base here. King doing his thing with the RC to support. I heard a Root Rider, which I assume is coming out of the troop launcher. He wanted the Root Riders to go into the core, but they were chucked over where the King and the RC are at. And now he pops the Heroic Torch. I mean, these throwers are just going to absolutely wreck the core of this base, right? I mean, no rules. The Queen is going to run forward. The Revenge Tower is going to get overwhelmed. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. He uses the Snowflake ability on the RC there to freeze up some defenses. Probably a little bit early. Maybe should have waited for the Merge Cannon. If he wants to keep the RC alive, the Queen alive if he can. He doesn't let her die. And it's fizzling out a little bit here at the back end. Only the Warden and a couple of throwers left alive here. They're all kind of in different spots as well, because the Heroic Torch, when it wore off, has kind of left a couple of them stranded. And with only 30 seconds on the clock, it's not looking likely for a 3-star here. But never say never. The throwers are still somehow moving through the base here. The Warden should live, potentially. Yep. The throwers are going to be overwhelmed. Just kidding. By the Merge Cannon. Just kidding. They're not. They're going to live. But, yeah. Yeah, as you guys can see, unfortunately, it's going to fizzle out here on the back end of the base. I think the Merge Cannon might hold this one, but maybe he could have got it with more time. Who knows? It doesn't matter anyways. Boom Academy just absolutely destroyed Carrie Esports in this match. The 1-star from Klaus really wasn't ideal. And as you guys can see, Boom Academy finishing on 14 and Carrie on the 11. If you guys did enjoy this one, make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the like button for more videos. I will see you guys in the next esports match. Goodbye.